Spreading hard butter on bread has never been easier. This trick works like magic. No more worrying about taking butter out of the fridge early or struggling to soften it. All you need is a simple strainer. By grating the butter through the strainer, it turns into thin strands that soften much faster. The process even generates a bit of heat, making the butter's texture smoother. For me, this method is a total game changer. In just a few seconds, you'll have soft butter ready for sandwiches and more. Many people make this common mistake when heating frankfurters, not realizing one small detail can make them harmful to your health. Frankfurters prepared this way can become dangerous, yet manufacturers don't warn about it on the packaging. If you often eat frankfurters or serve them to your kids, pay attention. Usually, we heat frankfurters before eating, most often in water. While it seems simple, one crucial factor is often overlooked. The water temperature should not exceed 130 degrees Celsius. Ideally, the water shouldn't even reach boiling point. Frankfurters are made from mechanically separated meat, MSM, but they are not 100% meat. They also contain curing salt, nitrates, and nitrites. These additives are why frankfurters shouldn't be overheated. High temperatures can cause the formation of carcinogenic compounds like nitrosamines. These potential carcinogens in processed meats include naturally occurring elements like iron, nitrates, and nitrites, as well as harmful substances formed during high-temperature cooking, such as heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. For this reason, frankfurters should not be fried or baked, as these methods also expose them to excessive heat. If a frankfurter starts to split open, it's a sign the harmful compounds are being activated. Such frankfurters should not be served to your family. The best way to heat frankfurters is in water at around 70 degrees Celsius. If using a microwave, heat them for less than 30 seconds to keep them safe to eat. I put the pan in a plastic bag, and the results are amazing. This trick will make your pan look brand new. It's so effective you'll want to share it with friends and family. You only need 4 ingredients and a plastic bag. Cleaning a burnt pan can be a real hassle, especially when grease and high heat make it hard to scrub kitchenware easily. This method changes everything. Start by pouring a cup of cola into a container. Add 2 tablespoons of baking soda, which is great at removing greasy stains. Then, add 2 tablespoons of dish soap, a tablespoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of dishwasher rinse aid to make the pan shine. Mix it all together. This combination is perfect for removing tough stains and spots on steel surfaces. Now, prepare a bottle for the liquid. Remove the cap, heat it with a lighter, and poke a small hole in it, or use a bottle with a nozzle if you have one. Next, place your dirty pan in a plastic bag and pour the solution over it, ensuring the entire surface is covered. Tie the bag with the pan inside and let it sit for an hour. After an hour, take the pan out, scrub it with a scouring pad, and rinse with water. Your pan will look as good as new. This easy trick keeps all my pans shiny and spotless without harsh chemicals. Never throw away the butter wrapper. These wrappers are invaluable and have a brilliant use in the kitchen. Butter is packaged in special foil-lined paper, and this material has a hidden purpose. Tossing it in the trash is a big mistake. Instead, when transferring butter to a butter dish, keep the wrapper. Fold it neatly so the buttery side is folded inward, then store it in the fridge. I keep several in my fridge, always on hand for baking. They're also great for greasing pans when cooking eggs or pancakes, adding a touch of flavor without extra hassle. When I need to prepare a baking pan, I just take one wrapper from the fridge and rub it on the inside of the pan. It's the quickest and easiest way to prepare a baking tray. You can spread a thin, even layer of butter, keeping your hands clean and achieving the perfect thin layer. Instead of throwing them away, you can make baking easier. Did you know this trick? Najczęstsze błędy popełniane podczas gotowania kotletów mielonych, które psują jego smak. Pokażę Ci, jak ich unikać i zrobić pyszne kotlety mielone. Nie używaj gotowego mięsa mielonego. Zmiel w maszynce mięso z karkówki lub łopatki. Z takich mięs mielone wychodzą najsmaczniejsze. Idealnie soczyste, nigdy nie suche. Sekretną proporcją kucharzy jest dodanie mięsa wołowego i wieprzowego pół na pół. Nie mocz bułki w wodzie. O wiele lepiej sprawdzi się do tego mleko. Neutralizuje ono zapachy podczas smażenia. Do masy na kotlety nie dodawaj surowej cebuli, jest zbyt aromatyczna i twarda. Użyj wcześniej podsmażonej cebuli. Nie używaj także bułki tartej. Kotlety będą przez to twarde. Ważne, żeby masę na kotlety dość porządnie wyrobić. Będą bardziej zwarte podczas smażenia ich na patelni. Pamiętaj, aby namoczoną bułkę w mleku dobrze wycisnąć przed dodaniem do mięsa. Gdy mleka jest za dużo, możesz mieć problem z uformowaniem kotletów. Pamiętaj o dodaniu czosnku, wzbogaci smak kotletów. Jest on sekretnym składnikiem, który podbija smak mielonych. Odpowiednia ilość oleju na patelni jest kluczowa. Jeśli będzie go zbyt mało, kotlety będą się przypalać. Ilość samych kotletów na patelni również jest istotna. Zbyt dużo kotletów mielonych na patelni powoduje wytrącanie się wody. Leave it by the door. You'll get rid of the problem and your home will be safe. For this trick, you'll need a few lemons. Cut the lemons in half, then squeeze the juice from all of them. Next, take a few jar lids and place a lemon half on each one. Make sure to cut off the ends of the lemons so they lay flat. Pour a little olive oil, or regular oil, into each lemon peel. Add a few drops of essential oil that is an effective mouse repellent. Then, prepare a mortar and pestle and grind some coarse black pepper. Add a little of it to each lemon. Mix the ingredients well inside the lemon. This mixture will not only help keep rodents away, but will also freshen up the air inside your home, effectively fighting off unwanted guests. The essential oils in the lemons have a strong scent that can irritate a mouse's sense of smell, discouraging them from staying in specific areas. That's why it's best to leave such a lemon lid by the front door. Regular use of this method can help prevent mice and rats from entering your space. Don't throw away citrus peels. What I'll show you will surprise you. Citrus fruits are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support health in various ways. Instead of tossing the peels after eating, save them. Cut them into small pieces and place them in small bowls. Put these bowls on your radiators. As the radiator heats up, the warmth releases a fragrant citrus scent that fills the room with freshness. You can also place the peels directly on the radiator without a bowl. Just lay them peel side down. But this trick has another benefit. It's also a great way to combat dry air in your room. The moisture and natural juices evaporating from the peels help humidify the air. This simple method reuses kitchen scraps while creating a cozy, pleasant atmosphere in your home.